Everyone, welcome back to more of the Summit 7 Chinese Qualifier games. This is game 2 of EHOME versus CDEC. My name is Hades and my co-caster PQMZ. Hello, P.
10 seconds
Hey, dude.
remaining.
You still alive?
Same opening. Yeah, I'm actually feeling way better.
5 seconds.
I have
good,
enough
that's
monster
good.
down me.
Well, we start out again at the Warlock pick. It's gonna be a JD Hitch Warlock again. Is this a rebroadcast? I don't know, man. I'm seeing the Crystal Maiden again. I'm pretty sure the second pick is gonna be like an Abaddon.
No reason it shouldn't be. Like, it did everything it needed in the first game. There is something to be said for not going back to what you just did.
Remaining.
But you could go for a more 5-manish draft. You
5
could
seconds
change up
remaining.
how the other cores play. But that opening just suited them so well last game.
Reserve time.
EHOME might have a better way of dealing with it this time, but it's adaptable at the same time.
Well, I mean, we said it before. Like you said, winning strategy. You don't really need to change it. But yeah, Crystal Maiden Abaddon one more time. EHOME, are you going to go back for the what did they second pick the last game again? Was it the Rubik? Oh no, it was the Lina. Yeah, it was the CTY Lina.
I doubt they'll be going for that again.
Just do it. Don't pick
10
Bristle back.
seconds remaining.
Bristle was a good hero that game, but like I think
5
the
seconds
thing that let
remaining.
EHOME down was the Warlock and the Rubik. Because they really lacked this
Reserve time.
hero that impacted their lanes. If they had, I don't know, maybe an Ogre or something to just go around and bully lanes, the game might look a bit easier and help CTY scale into the game, which is almost always what they do. But that time their supports had no impact in the early game, and then when it came to the fights, their cores weren't able to protect them. And as you saw, the Golem got wasted nearly every time. The Rubik didn't ever get any huge fight impact. He'd normally like steal a shield, take off an arrow maybe, and then just die because he's in vision. And Abaddon blinks on him. And it's not a feels good man.
Well, you did say it was a really hard game to be a Rubik. If anything, I mean, I wouldn't really put it that much on Lanham. He did kind of okay. Like, he did what anyone could have done as a Rubik, and probably a bit more. But the Warlock, I mean, JDH had a super lackluster game. But, first game of the day kind of curse. And this time they'll go back to something a bit safer. They go back for the Venge. This is something which I feel they're more used to, at least on Old Chicken. Like, I mean, we've seen how many times he will swap out CTY. He doesn't even care.
10 seconds
He'll swap
remaining.
someone into his team just so that they can get a quick pick off, and he somehow usually
5
always
seconds
survives. That's why they
remaining.
pick for them these really defensive supports. But I'm hoping for something which a more EHOME draft which we saw 2 days ago. That at least will, I feel, help them find their rhythm. But now CDEC, we'll see what they decide to ban out. I'm not going to be surprised if they ban out the Monkey King or even a Slaughter this game.
There's a lot of ways they could go with their bans. It's other than a lot of these Invis heroes, I feel like the bans are so flexible these days. That you just target them at either things that stop a specific strategy you're planning on running, or just the other team likes those heroes, and you just don't feel like playing against them on that day. But when I look at EHOME's opening, it's not like it screams to me ban this hero. And I think CDEC have done, other than the Omni ban, which I believe was different in the first game, they've banned those other 3 heroes in that exact order, the same as last game. I could be wrong on the Omni Knight, it might have also been banned. I'm
Yeah,
not
it was.
100%.
This is the exact same ban.
5
But
Yeah, and
seconds
EHOME did the
remaining.
same first 2 as well.
But this time they will take out the Kunkka. So if anything, like
Reserve
EHOME, they
time.
really need to ban differently this, in this draft. And CDEC, no surprise, because when you give the Magnus away to EHOME and the Monkey King as well, these are just heroes which you cannot afford to give away. So you take out
Radiant
Disruptor, that's always a
team
safe
pick.
pick. But if anything, I still feel like the Slaughter would definitely come out from EHOME. Because so far, I remember with the EHOME, the way they like to draft it at least, is they get the Venge, they get a Slaughter, and then they go with either a TA or a Shadow Fiend. So that's,
10 seconds remaining.
and then maybe you get like a Clockwork on, for your offlane. That's
5
usually what they like to
seconds
draft when they open up with the Warlock Venge. But I could be wrong. CDC could draft and force
Reserve
EHOME to
time.
respond otherwise. But What else do you see? Do you see CDEC? Because right now it feels like they might go for the exact same draft.
I think without the Conquer, they don't have the luxury of doing something as similar, because that hero gave them so much of their catch in the last game. And he did it without needing items. All he needed was levels, which was extremely important. So they're going to have to change up their cores if they want to do something similar, because neither of them offered catch. Unless you like built a Yules on the Pardon, which is something I've only done and seen in pubs. I don't think you do it in pro games.
Alright, so... no, this time they're taking a more calculated approach as well. Like you can see they're not going to go straight up with... What did they third pick again? It wasn't the Juggernaut.
It was Conquer.
Yeah, it was the Conquer. So this time it's banned out. Obviously you're looking for the 4, but hey, they go back for the Ursa pick. This is also another scary pick. But oh, EHOME. I like this Troll Warlord pick, but now this is the question. Is your Venge still going to the 1? Like, do you put CTU on the Troll Warlord?
It's open. You can still go Troll mid, Venge safe. Hell, depending on the matchup, you could do Venge mid. Just fine against Invoker, as far as I know. I think they wanted that regardless of what CDEC picked. They snapped it. I don't think they really cared. And I'm not so sure. Like, I think
10 seconds remaining.
Troll is really good against Ursa if you can
5 seconds remaining.
time the axes. At least in theory, it seems to go Troll favored almost every time. And I don't think CDEC supports, well, support plus Abaddon doesn't really do that much against Troll either. Like, unless you can really punish him in the lane, which is not that easy when Warlock's able to give him sustain, presuming he goes safe lane. It's still open.
I still feel like this should be a CTY Troll, or if anything, like, I don't know, maybe something changed within these past few days and the way they draft. Like, they want to play something really more laid back, because this is very different, like the way they drafted in game 1. But like you said about the Invoker, they wanted it no matter what. This is always a reliable pick. A Frostbite into a Sunstrike, but the lack of stuns, or the lack of setup for, like, something to really set up a Sunstrike so that at least Invoker doesn't have to worry so much about getting these kills around the map, being active.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, EHOME are using up all their bonus time. They're 5 seconds left. They need to make up their minds. Alright, so the clockwork.
Yeah, this pick
Radiant
kind of
team
determined where they wanted to go with their draft a lot more. So using their reserve time makes a lot of sense. And Clockwork's a really good hero to enable your Troll. Just gives you long range catch, decent amounts of immobility for the other team in fights. It's also really good at kiting the Ursa. And if they wanted to lane him against Abaddon, he does decently. It's not a hero you can bully as easily as like the Enigma was of the previous game.
EHOME's turn to pick.
This is an interesting ban. They ban out the Pudge last. CDEC are not known for Pudge. Like, I checked, they don't play a lot of Pudge, but maybe at this point...
It's a really good hero here, though.
It also feels like, you know, maybe CTY, he was like, okay, you know, let's just take it out, the pool just in case. But... Wait, how does this support duo even work between a Venge and a Warlock? Who's the
Same
fourth?
way Warlock Rubik went.
Oh shit, alright.
Which doesn't bode well, I know, but I think this game, their cores are a lot better matchups.
Remaining.
I like the synergy as well when you have Battle Trance and with an OD.
5 seconds remaining.
Rip Intelligence, Ursa is going to be a dumb bear. He's going to be like full Winnie
He's
the
already
Pooh.
pretty dumb, right?
Reserve time.
Is he? Watch it.
Isn't his ink gain like garbage?
Alright then, so you just turned him from like... I don't even know, like Winnie the Pooh to Winnie the Dumb. Like he'll have no intel to work with, which means he probably won't be getting off that many spells. But still, I think the Clockwork pick against the Ursa is also another good contributing factor, because it's gonna mess around with his mana. You can isolate him and then force stuff out. Wow, CD, what the heck?
Smart.
So who do you doom here? Do you
OD every time.
every single time? So you're like,
Yes.
screw it, just go straight for this guy no matter what.
Well, OD is one of those heroes that he doesn't play on the edge of fights. He doesn't try and do anything fancy. He's just there, hitting someone. So your Doom buys a Blink or a Shadow Blade, and tunnel visions this hero and says, I don't care what's happening, I'm pressing my R button on you, even if I die. And then, hopefully the rest of your team does enough. It's also a hero that can roam around a bit this game, and maybe cause some pressure in the lanes. Like Doom Abaddon, that's really tanky. They can dive your tower and just run at you, and that might cause some issues for EHOME on their safe lane. I think CDEC lanes are massively better, but EHOME have this really hard time of dying in the mid game because they have Swap, Astral, Sustain, Clockwork to hook in, and they have a lot of turn potential through their pure damage.
But I think this is, this draft is at least better compared to the previous one, because you did talk about how they had lack of counter initiation, especially when you were just being run at. And every single time, remember back in game 1, in the first 10 minutes, Old Chicken kept dying, they kept charging him to tier 1s, and basically, they had no way to stop that, or even respond. So this game, at least, it seems better for EHOME. And like you said also, like, just to quote you, you were saying that the Abaddon, you give him another hero to help him in the lane, he'll destroy the tri lane. So, give him a Doom. Give a nice aura, you get a Shockwave or something. I really like this Doom Abaddon lane coming out. Like, you don't see it often, but I think it will work out because both these heroes are tanky as well. So, alright, but remember back in game 1 we saw CDEC going for that smoke gank just from the level 1 straight up? Well, they're doing it right now.
No, though.
The puppy broke
Look
the
at how they're
smoke.
positioned.
Oh, the puppy broke the smoke. So, Arcana's... No, Arcana just giving you good value right there. Pay to win.
I guess. Sunstrike even would have hit the Warlock if he wasn't smoked. Would have scouted him, sorry. I actually kind of like this from EHOME. It's the reverse of the first game where I said when CDEC went aggressive, it puts a lot of pressure on lanes. EHOME accomplishes the same thing here. They have these 3 really annoying ranged heroes that Ursa and CM, they're not going to be able to deal with. And as far as Doom's concerned, he's a 0 armor hero. He does not want to walk into that regardless of what creep he gets. So it alleviates all the pressure they can put on with like the Abaddon. Clock's going to do 100% fine in this matchup, especially considering he just took the Abaddon to 100 health and forces him to Shrine before the creeps even hit. It's like the complete flip opposite of last game. Now the Venge can like roam mid, maybe screw up with the Invoker a bit if they feel that's necessary. Or they can even just dual lane because this lane from CDEC is not that scary. As long as they don't like find the Warlock in a really bad position.
Top lane, but it's a casual battery assault coming off the Clockwork. He wants to get some damage onto the Abaddon, knowing that he went for the Curse of Avernus at level 1. Not so much the Aphotic Shield, but now they actually come to the top lane, going for the stun as well. No more battery assault though for 20 seconds. And now they're going to just right-click him down, which they might be able to. Have a stun in 5 seconds, but with the PMS, no way that this Abaddon actually dies.
He's got to go base though, no Shrine.
No Shrine? Wait, what happened?
He used it when he traded with the Clockwork
okay.
the 0-minute rune.
I don't think that was worth it, but oh else.
I mean, he had to use it if he wanted to go to the lane. This is just EHOME having the better run of the first minute of the game. And like, if you just look at the CS, this is a really small thing, but normally when these things happen, it speaks to outlaning the opponent.
You want to try one more time with the magic missile? Of course, if they have the battery assault, actually might be able to dive this. No, he wanted to catch him in the cogs, but the stun just was a bit short by 0.5 seconds. Bottom lane is really tough.
This is not how you want your Abaddon to be. He's normally the bully in these one-on-one matchups, but not the case.
I think with levels that will actually change. Level 1 Aphotic Shield still not yet. I mean, I want to talk about like this bottom lane. You can look at the Ursa, he's not farming all too well. He's 7-0 compared to the 11-1 on the Troll Warlord. He, having the range advantage of course, so he doesn't have to CS as close, even trade hits.
Yeah, this is all It's like a 60-40 lane EHOME favor. The Ursa can always drag the creeps, and when it gets put under tower, he should CS decently, but the Troll's gonna win out. And then if they can get these pulls going, it turns the lane even more favored, but it's kind of where the CM's meant to be like blocking the pulls. I think she went for the rune instead, so...
They're trying for the middle lane onto CTY. Do they have a cold snap through? Top lane already. Abaddon going down, looking for the Sunstrike. Shockwave damage will not be enough just yet. He actually gets out at 55 HP. And yeah, missing the first blood. Sorry about that, guys. And... alright. They tried for the trade. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out for them. Yeah, he doesn't have any quas, so he went for the Vex Exort build.
You kind of have to do this against OD. At least in my experience, not having alacrity means your last hitting is just even more garbage.
What do you do with your Ursa at this point? I mean, you're half the CS of the Troll Warlord, you're not farming at all. I mean, CM is struggling to find anything from this lane as well. I mean, this lane is really, really hard. I find like EHOME have much stronger lanes this time compared to the game one.
Yeah, for sure. I think for the Ursa, I don't know if you go jungle, but I think you just take what you can get from the lane if it's in a good position. Like, you kind of need the CM in this region to like block the pulls.
Ooh,
because that's what's really screwing him up.
Finds JDH, but here comes the Doom into the party. Looks like they want to try and fight here. I'm not sure on a trade hit, but with the whirling access, they don't have to worry too much about that. Slow coming out with the Fatal Bonds. They're going to try and get some damage out. Old Adam has the Magic Missile. They could easily turn around to the Crystal Maiden instead. Now they want to go for the Ursa. That's the big kill. The whirling access will fly out. Do they have the range whirling access though? That's the question. The Shadow Word just for a bit of HP so they can dive under. But they won't go beyond the tier and tower. So still okay. Now this is turned into an aggressive tri-lane. Clockwork pretty much is... you know, he has the edge over the Abaddon for sure. He's almost on level 6. This lane is extremely good for him. He's 24 and 11.
Yeah, he's free farming. The Invoker's catching up to the OD, but that's kind of how you expect the matchup to go. He might be dying here though with the bench having a haste.
Yeah, that should be the kill. Try for the body blocks, but it's okay. CTY getting the kill. Very, very nice rotation.
And rune control makes a big difference at times. And so far they're 3 for 3 on their lanes. Which is really bad for CDEC because it's not like they have this fallback plan where their lanes go badly. I suppose running and dooming someone with a smoke when he hits 6 is their fallback, but other than that, it's very reliant on kind of snowballing. And EHOME have completely squelched that idea. This could be a really, really stompy game if CDEC don't play really well.
Middle lane, they're going to try one more time. This time they do have the cold snap, but CTY, he's going to be alright. Seems like he might actually be considering that Veil of Discord as he has the double null talismans. Yeah, they're just jungling. They're just jungling right now. You can see Darkrai, he's even using the Frostbite to help Flyby out, get up some CS. Even going behind the tier 1 tower just to check. This is really scary if you're CDEC. Like you said, you know, all 3 lanes. Going the way of EHOME, of course. The Scorch Shift now will be procced. Going to cold snap into CTY. Trying to get to the region rune. Oh, the hook shot just in the nick of time. Can he kill Setsu though? Forcing him back. CTY, he's actually going to be okay. Setsu's thinking about right click. He needs one more right click. Will get it. But okay, it doesn't matter. CTY. That Astral does kill him off. So at least gets the return kill. Not all is lost. Both mid laners going down. Good rotation coming out from the Clockwork already.
It's definitely worth it.
But under the tier 1 tower bottom lane, Darkrai going down to Old Chicken. It looks like they want to go into Flyby as well. But the Abaddon TP's in. It's a whole party in this lane. Magic Missile flying onto Ursa. Old Chicken, well, he has plenty of one charges. Doesn't have to worry about that. Throws up the range whirling access. He has the melee if he wants to. Yup. So miss. Looking for stun strike. Bang! Setsu getting the kill.
I feel like the Warlock just body blocks him there and saves him, but selfish play, man. I suppose he wants half of his boots. That gold's important to him.
You mean 1 boot?
I think he's spending it on mods. Poor guy.
Alright, but Clock, you know, he finds one. Might be able to find the second. Oh my god.
Double kill. I'll polish my
MVP.
MVP Clockwork. Space. Plenty of space. Top of the net worth already. He's like, I don't need to farm heroes, guys. I don't need to farm creeps. I'm gonna farm heroes. And he's doing a bang up job.
Yeah, his lanes set him up really nicely. Now, both of his rotations yielding kills, and hookshot's up. They can go for another. And this game, like, Abaddon is actually an easy kill, because you just get him in the cogs, and then you chase him down through his ult. It's kind of the same for all their lanes, actually. This game, CDEC don't have hard lanes to gank at all. All their heroes are super susceptible to any rotation coming out from EHOME. Mostly from the clock, but the range could also. And that makes it so scary for them.
Oh, Chicken needs to get out. But hey, Clock. Woohoo! Easy kill. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not even
how do they
surprised.
punish him? They can't just doom him and run him down. It's a complete waste.
This game is just very, very hard right now if you're CDEC, and like you said, it could easily turn into a stomp. Well, we'll see what they decide to do. Going maybe to the bottom lane, try to go into this Abaddon who has no mana. He doesn't have borrowed time for a while. They have the Battery Assault level 4, but now they go for the Doom into the Troll Wall, and I think they're going to try and chase him. But that's it. The Shadow Word here, it counteracts against the Doom. He barely takes any damage, and he has a salve, so he can actually just heal back up. I'm pretty sure he can just CS while the Doom is there. Okay, this just sucks. Cogs.
Yep.
Forcing them back, and
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
alright, EHOME punishing CDEC very, very hard.
I mean, I really liked the Doom pick when I saw it in the draft, but it does leave them with this, like, ginormous gap in their draft.
They have a hookshot in 5 seconds. Trying to go for the Sunstrike and CTL, but he did run the other way, and now they will go bang. Setsu, where do you run? They have the dust as well. Setsu will go down in mega kill streak for this Clockwork. And Drum's on the way? I mean, he has a bracer. Oh, this is
I
like
think he was planning to go drums, and then he like got a double kill and has so much money. He's probably like, you know what, screw this. I want a bigger ticket item. I don't feel like they need a drum anyway.
Drums are for the weak. Go Midas.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Blade mail, I think.
Blade Mill? Okay. But alright.
I
Here.
think
Wait, so you were
it's just
saying?
like. Oh, it just ended well, I think. But it's a higher impact item. I don't think they need drums. You normally want that when you're like chasing or something.
Oh,
You
they're
don't
gonna go
need
for the
to
snap
chase.
into the Clockwork. The magic missile's gonna fly out. Looking for the meteor. Those cogs may have just killed the Clockwork, but I think with the wand charges, he's gonna be okay. If anything, he can hookshot away. But now they're gonna try and actually no, they won't try for anything else. They'll just back up, end of that fight, and
That's 4 heroes.
indeed.
And look what OD does. He pushes your bottom lane in. The Warlord's farming
Radiant's
top.
bottom tower is under
They
attack.
just shrine up, and they don't have a smoke. No, they don't have a smoke, so they can't immediately go for that play. But they're just in complete control of the map. And I feel like the only way CDEC really throws them off is if they maybe get a Roshan with Ursa smoking into it, and then maybe the Doom trying to make some kind of dive on the other side of the map.
Oh, what
And
the?
he's just solo killing like into 2 heroes.
He's too far ahead. Invoker still doesn't have a Midas. We're 11 minutes in. I mean, he's very, very close, but that kill from the Clockwork was very, very crucial, which means you buy so much more time for EHOME, and every minute which passes by without your cores getting farmed in CDEC is really, really bad right now. I mean, look at CTY. He has a Midas. He's top of the net worth. And they've already taken 2 tier 1 towers. This is really scary if you're CDEC. So what do you do right now if you're them? Do you try for smoke play? We haven't seen in the Doom really come to use, but hold on, they might just find old Ladam instead. Oh no, oh no. But
That's
hey,
fine though.
if he dies, it's for the bigger picture, right? I mean, at least your cores aren't dying.
Yeah, if you look at how they were moving, the OD was probably their target if the bench didn't tank the gank. And she's a decent kill, you know, she's got some net worth. It's something for you. It's just... that's not the thing that's going to pick your morale up at this point. And as I said, I think the only way they really get back into this is either EHOME do some really over-aggressive dive and Invoker somehow like combos them down, or they split the map.
Oh, they find a hookshot, the enrage! And it just wore off!
That should definitely cue there's a ward there.
This is a
But
very
I don't
nice
think they
ward.
could even de-ward it. Like, they're too scared to
Under the
just go
tower, the
up.
broad time, gonna be procced. And they even break the trees, they don't even care. EHOME are like, alright guys, tier 1 tower, easy.
Stealing your eye.
Radiant's
In this
top
game,
tower
rocking a
is
solo
under attack.
Abaddon isn't a problem. It's 12 minutes in, you're quite happy to use that to push tower. Maybe 2.
Dire's middle tower
Bench has a
is
DD
under
rune.
attack.
They have battle
Radiant's
trance
top
again.
tower
Vlad's as well. And Clock did go Midas, by the way, which isn't too bad. When you get it this early, it just secures your ability to get 2, 3 more items than normal. And the levels are actually really important on this hero.
Midas Gaming, Best Gaming, EHOME are beating CDEC up harder than my mom beat me when I brought him a failed math test. So,
Ooh, that's gotta be bad.
oh, you have no idea.
Top tower has fallen.
I'm just hoping like my mom doesn't like listen in on the stream. The last time she did, she's like, we need to talk.
Does she listen to your casts?
A couple of times.
Ah, that's awesome.
It is. I'm really, really lucky considering like I have parents to support what I do. So, I mean, they thought it was just a hobby at first. Kind of was, but, you know, after a while it just really grew on me. And next thing you know, here I am. So,
I mean, if you can get paid to do what you do as a hobby, then that's the dream.
well, it's not just a hobby anymore. Like, I hope, of course, this will become an actual job. But that's, you know, you never know these kind of things. You just have to see.
No, that's what I meant. Like, if you
Yeah.
can transition it, then it's the dream.
Oh, another hook
This
shot.
is not the dream, though.
This Clockwork is the top hooker, and he's finding them many, many kills.
CDEC will not be happy with this, and the Abaddon's probably
Give us the
dead as
dream.
well.
Give us the dream. We're very close. 10 more kills. You can do it. Don't get careless. Right, with the Astral there, the borrowed times is going to be completely wasted with the upheaval. You're not running anywhere. This.
I really wouldn't be surprised if, like, if the next fight goes badly that they GG out. This game is so beyond any kind of repair.
He's 8-0 and 3. And now they're just going straight to Roshan. What kind of sick game is this? Holy shit.
This is just like a, maybe not a complete outdraft, but like an outlane for sure. And it just snowballed so quickly.
They want to find a Crystal Maiden again. I'm pretty sure they know. And Clockwork
Yeah, he's dead.
finds the Crystal Maiden, drums, and the Battery Assault. Where you're running, easy kill, 3-hit KO, CTY finds it. And the Roshan done as well. Lanham, he's thinking about swapping to the Ursa, but CDEC are just so far behind. I'm taking a quick look at the net worth. It's almost 10,000 at 15 minutes in.
Would be more if their supports could actually farm creeps. That's the only reason like this game isn't completely out of control yet, is their supports don't have that much money.
Jackpot.
Alright, so EHOME. Banging away into tier 2 is really bad. I think bottom lane they want to try and fight you. No, Lanham, don't die. I want my 3-2-2. Flyby. Good kill of JDH. And yes, Setsu will find himself one kill, but the duel will be used into OD. Hey, hook shot one more time. Looks like he's found Setsu. Doesn't even care about the media. Finds himself one kill. He's going to walk it off. And now they want to go, okay, Doom. Finally killing off JDH, but OD. That Doom's about to wear off. And they are angry. They are very, very angry. With the rocket flare up in 5 seconds, they might be able to snipe Flyby. Oh, chicken. Bang! Big ultimate. But doesn't really hit into Darkrai. Oh, chicken's there. Golem finding Darkrai. They get the hits. Easy kill here for CTY. Alright, so... At what point do you say GG?
I'd say anytime now. Depends on how their team works. So some teams like to wait until you at least like lose a Rax or your throne's dying before they GG out. I was the complete opposite. I'm like, you know, if you're almost 100% sure there's no way you come back, I'd just go next.
They missed.
The Chinese teams have a much different mentality overall, I think. And there are still some ways they can feasibly win. A lot of it's on the Doom finding the right target and the Invoker getting a few more levels and probably 2 items. Don't ask me how he's going to get that before they end the game, but I think that's what they're really relying on. Oh yeah, and Ursa also needs an actual item instead of a Midas.
Wait, does he not see the ward? Oh, he does. But the thing is, like, you know, even in Chinese Dota, even if you're so far behind, because you're already game 1 up, it's okay. There's no harm in trying. They'll just bash the Baron down because they can. And Clockwork finding himself another kill. He has not died. He's 10-0 and 6. 8k beats 2k.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Hey, this is the
Dire's
best
top
bot
tower
game
is
I've
under
seen in a
attack.
long time in terms of like net worth as well.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright,
Dire's top
so
tower is under attack.
how do okay, besides EHOME messing up, is there anything at all that CDEC can do to really find a way back into this game?
Can I just quote OD Pixel and say they're fucked?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well there we go.
Radiant's towers are falling.
Like, you can say so many different ways that EHOME can throw this game, but feasibly, what's gonna happen
Radiant's
is
middle
that
tower has fallen.
anytime one hero gets in a bad situation, he gets
Dire's top
astraled,
tower is under
double
attack.
force stabbed away, they heal up with a warlock, they drop a golem. Maybe they have to swap someone. Heaven forbid they have to use this Venge as a defensive tool instead of offensive. And they also have an Aegis right now. So if that hero's trolled, that's not a problem.
Now they go straight for the tier 3 towers, while the borrowed time immediately gonna be procced, and of course, with the Doom, gonna get swapped out, but nonetheless, OD will go down. EHOME, they need
That's
to
a
back
great
up, but the
start.
Stomp is gonna be there, okay? Looks like this fight is going pretty well. They have the Aegis. JDH already popped the Golem for this and is doing quite a fair bit of damage. Ocha can still on die, well, he popped the Aegis and JDH will find himself 1 kill. But meanwhile on the backline, JDH has to run from this Doom. Yeah, it did look very, very lost. Doom finds himself a kill. Clockwork TP to the top lane. So, okay, it's not that bad. I mean, CDEC, they hold the high ground, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think the Shadow Blade really caught them off guard from the Doom. They didn't have any detection down, and rightfully so, because, and that's a godly Sunstrike, holy
Oh
shit.
shit, that's 1200 gold.
That's actually just completely game winning. Oh well, maybe not winning, but game turning.
I mean, just killing the Clockwork alone provided him one of the components for his Aghanim Scepter. He can just get the point booster now, but he's still so far away from the Ags. Meanwhile, Lanham and friends, they fill out Darkrai, but it's just as Crystal Maiden pause 5. At this point, it's not that important just yet.
The main problem with what CDEC just did though is like, it's kind of a one-trick pony. The Sunstrike was amazing, but the Doom running in and hitting the OD like that with his Shadow, I don't feel like that's going to happen again. EHOME are a good enough team to learn from their mistake of that push. And if they feel like the Aegis needs to go on OD next time, because I think if they Doom Troll, it really doesn't matter. The hero doesn't lose anything other than pressing his R button. The axes are nice, and sure, if you can swap between forms, it's all good, but the hero just right-clicks you, whereas OD actually loses so much when he gets doomed. So that might delay the game long enough for CDEC to get at least the Ags on Invoker and hopefully some levels as well, so he can start comboing people and, you know, be the carry they need him to. Or CDEC just, they like push differently so that OD's not vulnerable, and then they can just go without an Aegis.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that CTY should go for Linken's instead, at least to deal with the Doom problem, like you said. And yeah, he's got a quick buy already. He can sell the Talisman, get the Perseverance. But EHOME still, you know, this is their momentum to carry on, like to pretty much close out this game so we can see a game 3. But CDEC as well, like this game you can't really count down on just yet. Like as long as they hold a few more high ground fights, like Invoker's just 1,000 gold away from completing the Aghanim Scepter. And then who knows, maybe that game will just take a huge shift. It could be big enough to provide them what they need to at least enough damage back into this game.
Yeah, it could be, but for everything that we're saying that needs to happen for CDEC, it isn't like they have this late game hero that when it gets there is going to win the game straight up. EHOME's late game is super scary, and Ursa, he only really goes late game if he has an advantage over the opposing team. Invoker, he might be one of the best cores late game, but this game, he's not dealing with one core. He's dealing with 2 and plenty of ways to save them. So, They need a lot of things to go right. Doom definitely helps with this. But it's not like they can just turtle and say, okay, we're gonna win late game.
It's worth
They have to
mentioning that
turtle.
at least, you know, Ursa has a Midas. So despite the really limited resources coming up, I guess he still gets to scale a bit better than most if he didn't have the Midas. We'll see if they can drag this out though. But it's, like you said, it's extremely hard. I'm not sure what the Doom really does this game for him at this point.
Doom OD. That's your job.
Oh, they have a gem. Lanham.
I think he saw.
Yeah, he did. Immediately got out.
Yeah, he's lucky he found the 2 supports and no one that actually had any damage. Otherwise, that would have been a free kill. I really like the blade mail on Doom as well. If he can
Radiant's courier
get
has
caught
been
in the sanities, maybe he just takes half the OD's health.
Oh, that was really bad. The courier had the point boosted. That was Setsu's Aghanim Scepter. But now they go for the Doom initiation. They want to find the OD, but once again,
That's
this was
really,
so
really good for EHOME.
They want to go back in.
Fight.
They can go back in. Look at the clockwork. Looking for him to start a fight. They could find one pick off, but they won't find anyone. As immediately everyone gets off back to the base. But they do see the Doom on the run.
Incoming.
Can he
I
find the
think they
hook?
should just leave this and go push now.
Oh, he gets the hook. No way.
What a player.
And the dust as well. Who the hell is this clockwork player? Holy cow. And CTY gets himself a nice kill.
Well, that definitely works. I didn't assume he'd hit the hook, but I'm wrong. He's a god, as he's proven already. And that just shows you, like, when CDEC go out of their base, bad things happen.
Alright, so now with the golem available, you almost have level 12. I mean, screw it, right? You don't need level 2 golem, okay? Astral, imprisonment. They found themselves a nice target, but okay. Swap out. Ursa. I'm not sure that's the plan, dude. What the hell?
Rest in peace, small bear.
Boom. There I go.
Do you have, like, the big fish little, for Ursa and Lone Druid? Is that a thing in Chinese?
I think you do. Like, okay, the Chinese memes are very rich.
You're cutting out a lot. Is your mic
Hold on, the
okay?
hook shot onto Setsu. Alright, that golem will be procced. And good buy Abaddon as well as 2 quick kills for CTY. He gets the triple. Come on. Give him a bit more buyback. Give him the rampage. But okay, never mind. We won't get to see that. And there will be 4 heroes just wiped. EHOME take this very, very quickly. 27-9. Trying to get the 1-hit KO into the Doom. They won't get it. And very convincing game 2 from EHOME this time compared to game 1.
Oh, it's just really impressive captaining. I think their drafts didn't necessarily put them in this position itself. It was like the lanes, how they played. And honestly, I think the Clock winning his matchup as hard as he did kind of set the tone for this entire game. Even if the tri-lane and the mid lane went the same, that was kind of the big anomaly in this game. You wouldn't expect him to win that hard. And you see like an Abaddon that... This is where it's like greedy, as you said in the first game, because he did nothing this entire game because he lost his lane so hard.
Well, that turned around very quickly. I mean, CDEC, I actually thought they were, you know, they had the momentum, but hey, EHOME, like I said, you know, they've woken up. Just first game of the day things, and this is looking more like an EHOME which we are more used to seeing. They were definitely on the same page this time. It wasn't just the lanes. They knew what they had to do. So, alright guys, that was game 2. We're going to be seeing a game 3 of EHOME versus CDEC. Both these teams, obviously, they want to fight their way into the lower bracket. Both teams are in the lower bracket right now. Yep, and just in case you guys are not sure, what's the next series after this? Well, we have IG versus LGD. That's a series you guys also do not want to miss. And the winner, I think, yeah, the loser of this game will play against IG and LGD after as the final best of 3. So, alright, we'll be taking a quick break. We'll be back for game 3 shortly. Meanwhile, enjoy the ads. Don't forget to support our sponsors, Sennheiser and of course, once again, EG.